everyone, my name is Kholis Nadziroh. In this occasion, I would like to present my research paper entitled An Analysis Towards How Bipolar Disorder Sufferer Portrayed in All the Bright Places novel. So this presentation will be divided into several sub-discussions. Without any further ado, let's start the presentation. The first discussion will be about background of the study. So this study, in this discussion, there are 3 points that should be highlighted. So the first is bipolar disorder, and the second is response to the existence of bipolar disorder, and the third is storyline. So bipolar disorder is formerly known as manic depression or manic depression illness. That this illness can attack the sufferer mental health, and it can cause the mood swings, and also energy, activity levels, and also carrying out daily activities. According to National Institute of Mental Health, there are 3 types of bipolar disorder. The first is bipolar disorder 1, the second is bipolar disorder 2, and the third is cyclotimic disorder. It also can be called as cyclothymia. So each type of bipolar disorder can be diagnosed by looking at the symptoms that is shown by each illness. So regarding this, the researcher wanted to give more information about the bipolar disorder because, as connected to the second points, which is response to the existence of bipolar disorder, there are so many countries that the society who suffered bipolar disorder are still undertreated because of the less socialization of government about bipolar disorder. So that's why the researcher wanted to analyze about bipolar disorder that is portrayed in All the Bright Places novel. And regarding this issue, the researcher constructed the problem statements, which are the first, how bipolar disorder portrayed and treated by the society in the novel, and the second is what type of bipolar disorder that is suffered by Theodore Finch, and the third, what is the cause and effect of bipolar disorder that is shown in the novel. And according to the statement of problems above, the researcher would like to propose the objective of the study as follows. The first, to find out the portrayal of bipolar disorder and society treatment in the novel, and the second, to determine the type of bipolar disorder that is suffered by Theodore Finch, and the third, to find out the cause and effect of bipolar disorder that happen in All the Bright Places novel. And the scope of this study is that theoretically it is hoped that this research can be used as helpful reference and provide specific information to the society regarding the person who suffers this kind of mental illness. And practically, it is hoped that the research can be used as reference for English literature students who are interested to analyze the same novel or the same issues. And pedagogically, the result of the study is useful to become reference and information to the readers about psychology of children as the effect of suffering this kind of mental illness. Is about the review of the previous study. So the first thesis is an analysis of bipolar disorders as portrayed in Matthew Quick's The Silver Linings Playbook, and the second is bipolar disorder in Josh Trank's film Chronicle, and the third, the main characters struggle to achieve self-actualization as portrayed in Rochelle Weber's Rock Crazy, and the fourth, living the silence, ethical representation of mental illness in contemporary young adult fiction, and the last, an analysis of underage children exploitation in a Little Princess novel by Frances Hodgson Burnett. So all of the theses become my review because of they are reviewing the same issues and also the same work. As I take all these theses as a reference, they are usually define the issues first, and also they take the theory from the psychological issues, the psychological theory, and also they quotes some conversation that is happened in the scene of the novel, and finally they can find the discussion about the issues that is they studied. This is about theoretical framework. So in analyzing this about bipolar disorder, the researcher used psychological approach, and and also the researcher find the cause of bipolar disorder. The first is caused by psychological factors, and the second is caused by biological factors, and the third is caused by environmental factors. By all of these causes, it is a must for us as the society to aware about the existence of bipolar disorder sufferer in order to prevent the further dangerous causes that can be shown or can be produced by the bipolar disorder sufferer. From me, that's all about my presentation. Thank you very much for having me. Good afternoon.